Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And right away, whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. Bulldozes past him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation?
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
11
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
11.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
11, Thomas.
After the sack on 1st down, Burrow, he will find his man Chase complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
12.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who played best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And so he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. But like you, I have my doubts, but they are completely in control of this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still, and now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Burrow from his own end zone. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Thanks for the game. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. He's at the 40. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Again, it's Burrow. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. Touchdown! Joe Mixon. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, it's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. The Chiefs had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready, check. Hey.
2nd and 3. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Down inside the 10, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed? I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now. You can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to... He's got a man, complete! And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 32 on the play. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. That's caught. It's Malone. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Nicole Hardman. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw.
They'll get that complete to Albert O. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Albert O.
26 yards.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a rout is on here in this first half. The touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes, left side. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
Here we go. And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 29. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. And this one is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander the third down coverage.
You know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
McPherson's kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Alert!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him. And that's
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Okay,
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Handoff right side to Wangu.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So that, Charles, all season long right there.
And you know he's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards. Now it's Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And some space here.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big play there for KC. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
As we've seen, no lead is safe in this league with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
He's got it at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down, here's Burrow.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 128 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything close trying to salt this one away in the front.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the name to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So that's not mission accomplished. It's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
11 MPs, right? 11 MPs.
Now Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw, Burrow.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
11.
Throwing, Burrow.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Here's Burrow.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now a handoff looking right.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Here And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Vip now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose.